What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Beta Memoirs, where we like to talk about all things stock market and even crypto. Yes, crypto will be added here soon and shortly. Do some introduction videos on crypto. But being said, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you are interested in all of the above. Now, another great day in the market. Did start off kind of slow, but ultimately the market is looking good. A lot of things sold off this morning, yet the index was still pushing. I didn't quite understand that one, but towards the end of the day, we did see some life again back in tech. I know the Fed had came out with some additional documentation. Numbers came out today. Everything, the market digested it pretty well, even though Netflix had a horrible earnings. Being said, the market still took it with a grain of salt and continued to start pushing forward. So being said, I think tomorrow, even my watch list isn't the biggest tomorrow, but there's been a lot of major stocks. It was funny because today the level 2 tier tech companies started running while the leaders, your Teslas, your Apples, your Facebooks, they all just started selling off. And so it was kind of interesting to see that tier 2 tech was actually leading today. And somehow the market was continuing to push up. BA, a lot of the value stocks fell. I know Walmart did start pushing up this morning. There was a couple. Moderna actually was pushing up this morning. There was a couple that were actually pushing up this morning, but mostly a lot of stuff got hit pretty heavy again this morning. But towards the end of the day, it was kind of chopped for most of the day, except for that last little hour of the day. The market, or big tech, really started pushing hard. But with that being said, let's go ahead and pull up the charts. So let's go ahead and bring up the watch list. And yes, we have Tesla as number one. Tesla is one of the primary ones. It ran big today. It wanted to go the other day so bad, but the market was coming down that it held Tesla back. Tesla normally has huge run-ups, and we saw that towards the end of the day. Again, earnings is on Monday. Being said, I think the next 2 days, Tesla is really going to run. So that is my primary watch tomorrow. You got Snap earnings tomorrow, so you might get a good run-up then. And then you have Coin, which actually looks like it has a morning star on the daily that was been developed today. These are kind of the honorable mentions here: Lemonade, NNDM, and Palantir. Along with, I know there was another one again today. Skills also had a massive move off of Tesla and Intel coordination. I'm not quite sure what exactly the news was, but they all took off today. These all started reversing today, which is something why I wanted to bring them up, just because of the fact that they're reversing. They're still beaten down quite a bit. I know a lot of stuff has been beaten down. I've almost taken a lot of leaps on these things, but I was looking for more of a confirmation to make sure. But now, again, these primary ones, these big movers before March, looks like they might start getting some life and start seeing some life back in the market and pushing forward. So the market in general this morning, like I said, it did open up soft this morning, but held. I was looking to see if we would drop. I know that there was that 407 mark on the daily. I was kind of looking for that, but it didn't want to give way today. It actually tore up and started pushing hard. And to me, you got on the hourly, you have a very bullish looking setup going into tomorrow. If we do get a bounce overnight, and I can see higher new all-time highs going into the biggest week of earnings with a bunch of big tech next week. QQQ as well. Again, it started looking strong. It get rattled a little bit today. You had level 2 take off, and then big tech kind of held. It sold off a little bit, but then we kind of chopped our way up. Again, looking very bullish. You're starting to get that push up underneath the candle, which is a bullish sign. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. And then now Tesla is our number one winner here. Like I said, I had it down here earlier this morning. I actually cut it once it got up because it looked like the market was going to sell. It's held that whole 700 mark very well, very strongly. There's major support here. And then just started pushing up today. I did get in a couple different times here when I thought it broke, but then it came screaming down. The market wasn't looking very comfortable. And then again, the last hour of the day, that last candle just ripped up, big move. And then after hours, we're kind of sitting. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if we gap up overnight. Look for the correction tomorrow. That's ultimately what I'm looking for. And again, we've been wedging a couple of different times. There was originally a wedge here that broke out. This is what I was talking about earlier in the week. Tesla really wanted to go, but the whole market was selling off, and it took a long time, but Tesla finally came down and then been consolidating for the rest of the day into this morning. And again, Tesla came screaming. It didn't quite come screaming down. It took quite a bit for Tesla to get down here today. But then, as you can see, it ripped back up. And then we broke out of another wedge and just shot up. Tesla has a lot of demand, and this run-up is going to be huge tomorrow. Again, we can at least see another test of that 786. I wouldn't be surprised, again, if we rip past that. There's a lot of extremely high price targets for Tesla going into earnings. We know they have a lot of big milestones they've broken, so it should be a big earnings. So I'm expecting Tesla to run quite a bit for the next 2 days. Might get a correction on Friday, but ultimately I think Tesla is really going to be a big mover for tomorrow. Snap is one I want to bring up before I bring up a coin, only because Snap has earnings tomorrow. And today, I thought about taking a couple different times. There's a lot of consolidation here. I did take it for a small scalp today. I didn't push up, so I got out. But ultimately, I got earnings tomorrow. We might actually see this pop up overnight and possibly run. We may get a lot more sideways action until earnings starts kicking off. I think once Snap starts to kick off, one company to keep in mind is to watch Facebook, because if Facebook has been wedging quite a bit and been building, if Snap does do well tomorrow, I would definitely keep an eye on this on Friday. Even tomorrow, if this breaks above this, it might get that sentiment play off of Snap and start running if there's any positive news about Snap. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And then Coin is another big one I'm watching tomorrow. It wanted to go again today. It tried to sell off. This is a little worrisome when it came down to the 302 mark. But nonetheless, the demand is there. I mean, this company, I think, with the way crypto is going and everything, is really going to have a huge year. I think it'll probably have one of the best years out of all the companies out there, possibly even a lot of the recovery companies. I think even though this is already priced in at 311 right now, I really think it's going to make a big move this year. And you also got a morning star on the daily. So we could see this thing reverse. I know there's a lot of high price targets over 400. I won't be surprised if we zoom past that this year, especially if crypto continues to dominate in its space, and Bitcoin and Ethereum and all them start really pushing up. So coin is really what I want to watch. And then again, the honorable mentions I had today is Lemonade had a big move today and back over the 200, which is something to keep in mind. It still looks good. As long as it can stay over this 200, I think we could start making our way back up. So that's one thing I want to keep on watch tomorrow. If maybe we're finally getting past all of the jazz and we're ready to start moving forward. So Lemonade is one of those ones I want to keep an eye on. And NDM is also another one today. They had some news again come out today. With buying another company. I don't recall which one it was. I think it was an AI company. But being said, that was that pop yesterday, and then we had a continuation of that today. We finally broke over the 200. I think NNDM has really been looking for some kind of news to get it back in action. I think possibly we may have bottomed out here at this 675 mark. And I think as long as we stay above the 200, we can start continuing up forward. And then Planter is the other one, also another big move today. It looks like we based and we're starting to move back up. Ultimately, I want it back over the 200. If we can get it back over the 200 on the hourly, I think Palantir can really run back up and reclaim some of its fame. Ultimately, I think there's also news that came out today that they were offering their software for free to a lot of stations. I don't know if that is true or not, but some more positive feedback for the company. So sometimes that's all we need. I think a lot of these second tier tech companies have really been taking a beating, and so look for a lot of them to start reversing. So it was actually really positive signs today. Everything we needed, that pullback that we've had over the past couple of days. Now everything looks primed. The leaders, Tesla, already started pushing forward since the market started recovering. Again, tomorrow, that is going to be my biggest watch is Tesla. I think Tesla is really going to move 50, possibly even $100 tomorrow, if not more. I think it's got it in it. And considering the span between the run-up and earnings, I can see us running extremely hard for the next 2 days, possibly taking a breather on Friday, but definitely running going into on Monday as well. So just some things to keep in mind. Also remember to manage risk. But that's what I have for you guys. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And until next time, guys, we'll see you guys later.